Hello everybody, I hope you're doing good today. This video may contain copyrighted images being used underneath the Fair Use Act for educational purposes. IPS had a 4.5 hour show last night after a couple day hiatus, and seems he's upset at somebody called Flat Earth Reset. Wonder what could he be upset about. He also had some phone calls. It was open phone call night, and let me tell you, he's got some strange callers, very strange callers, and you're going to hear some of that in this. And one of the callers you think is a prank caller, but he actually finds out in the end it's somebody with a wrench. And I don't know what you can make of it, but I think the guy is just having fun messing with IPS and duping him, and IPS still hasn't realized it to this point. But anyways, let's get right to it. IPS is mad at me.
How can you not love penguins? That's like hating bunny rabbits. Like how can you actually hate and the thing is, okay, let's say we didn't have a penguin here. Let's say instead of Fepe the penguin it was a bunny rabbit. You would have some of these people like Flat Earth Reset saying, "Oh, bunnies are a phallic symbol." That's how ridiculous they are. They'd be making it's absurd. Some of these idiots actually say that penguins are Masonic phallic symbols. Like,
Now, let me say this. I never said a bunny is a phallic symbol, but it is a symbol used by the Masons, Illuminati. Their Ariana Grande hoax was proof of that. And I also think that it was used in the Times Square car attack. So they do use it, and I think it represents their sexual creations, those transgender people. I think that's what it represents. But anyways, let's move on.
to me, a penguin doesn't look like an obelisk. It's got wings. I mean, I don't know what that guy's got, what his configuration is, but I certainly don't have anything resembling a penguin. Yeah, it's like hating dolphins. It's like
What the fuck did that mean? Did y'all catch that? Let's back up. The fuck does that mean?
look like an obelisk. It's got wings. I mean, I don't know what that guy's got, what his configuration is, but I certainly don't have anything resembling a penguin. Yeah, it's like hating dolphins.
I got a pecker and you don't. That's what I got. Anyways, let's move right along because he gets some phone calls, and he totally misrepresents me in this, to his followers. If they go see my video, it's just self-explanatory how they used the penguin as a penis. And a penguin doesn't have wings. Those ain't wings. Those are like appendages that do nothing. Maybe regulate body heat, if anything. But anyways, let's move along. This phone call here, it's strange, and I mean strange. Um, the guy isn't very intelligent. You can tell that. But let's have a listen.
Not play by the rules. I mean, the rules are there, but our objective here is to win because, yeah, we were born into this innocent, and then the kids today are born into this, they're innocent. And so we really do have to get past
Well,
the
Did you hear that? Kind of sounds like maybe a sound a goblin might make. Let's listen again.
to get past
well,
the
the
There's all kinds of bizarre feedback sounds coming from this conversation with the dude, and it's one of those conversations. It's hard to listen to, but we'll listen to it a little bit more, and you'll see this guy's maybe even missing a few rocks. I don't know.
truth is, like, we don't know anything. All we know is that we know nothing, and we have to take like the scientific approach to that. That a lot of these, journalists and you and a lot of these guys that are doing really good work, they're saying, after you go through.
They aren't taking no scientific approach. They're throwing out theories and creating false proofs that they say proves their theories. That's all these channels are doing. That's it. They're throwing out theories, just like gravity's a theory. Throw it out there. They might as well still be using that theory.
After you kind of take the full red pill, and you come to the process, you get to that's
Take the full red pill. What's this shit about red pills? I mean, truthers who have woken up, people who have woken up to government, know that the left, right, red, blue bullshit paradigm is just that. It's all the same pill. But yet this dude's trying to sell you the red Trump pill, I guess. Make America great again bullshit. And IPS seems to think that the media was duped by Donald Trump and all this shit. IPS is fucking ignorant. That's all an act. It's all theater. The whole election was all theater, all planned out, scripted. You dumbass. It wasn't the media making the media make itself look dumb. It was the media making you look dumb. The whole election process, ever since you were born and started voting, has all been rigged. It's all theater, all scripted, pre-programmed. Anyways, let's move on to these other phone calls here. This other guy calls, and he's pretty good with voices. You'll see here. He calls about three different times using a different voice all the time, and IPS thinks he's a crank caller. But as we'll find out in the end, this guy ain't a crank caller. I think he's a mole inside with the wrench, and IPS doesn't even know it yet after all this phone calls. So let's have a listen.
stage are like
Oh,
defeated.
wrong one. Oh, and this here is Timmy, and he's a goblin on his ball. You know, I'm sure they'll make a T-shirt off of it and make a few $100. You know, that's what it's all about, making money. But anyways, let's have a listen to this guy's phone call.
Infinite Plane Society.
Hi, good evening. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Oh, wonderful. I have to commend what you're doing. You're actually getting in the hearts of these goblins. And I think you're changing the whole game.
Yeah, I don't really care to change the minds of the goblins, but I just think it's important not to turn the other cheek and to hit back.
Of course you don't want to change the minds of the goblins. They work for the devil. He's trying to say we're the goblins and we're doing the devil's work. Fellow flat earthers. He thinks all these trolls bothering him are globetards. The only globetard bothering him is Timmy. The rest of the people bothering him are flat earthers that see him for the fucking fraud he is. So for him to call them trolls or goblins is just pure nonsense. The true goblins are IPS, Mark, ODD, Pat, Deep in the Dirt Hole, Globebusters, Math, FEA, all them. Those are the goblins, people. But let's move on.
Back when we can, because they are pretty much just a waste of time, and time's our greatest resource. So we can't.
Right.
This guy.
It's kind of like a psychological phenomenon, though, because if there's actually people doing their
It's like a psychological mindfuck. That's what it is. This is what this all is.
best to try to stop this, that means we're in the suppression stage now. I think it's different because a year ago I was asking people about the flat Earth, and they didn't respond too much. But now when I ask, oh, they've heard of it. People have heard of it. Now they're trying to suppress it even more with everything they can. Notice how there's 2 ISS movies in 1 year.
Right. You're right.
2 ISS movies in 1 year. All right, and then this guy hangs up, and he calls back again, and IPS thinks he's this guy. I forget the initials, but and if anybody knows who this person is, please leave the information down below in the comment box. But let's listen to the next phone call.
Infinite Plane Society.
Oh, hi. This was the caller before. Forgive my voice previously. I was actually in a situation on my balcony where I didn't want to wake the neighbors. That was not that disgusting goblin before. I can assure you this.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Okay,
And it wasn't your mom
please.
telling you to be quiet like Helena Phoenix suggested. You were actually being courteous
Of
to your
course,
neighbors. And I
no. My girlfriend is sleeping in the other room, and I was listening to the show, and now I just went down to the car just to reassure you that yeah, I'm not that other person.
Okay. Well, we all understand. We agree with you.
Okay, I will.
Did you hear IPS? He's trying not to bust up laughing. I don't know exactly what to make of this phone call or these series of these phone calls, but I think the dude's a prankster. That's what I think. And I think IPS is so dumb he doesn't even see it. But then I may be the dummy and this be all staged. But I would like your all's opinions down below. But let's listen.
Never ever do a Buffalo Bill impression again.
Well, no, you were already doing a Buffalo Bill impression. We just figured, well, you got the guy's voice, you have his cadence, you may as well
Yes,
speak the way.
but I don't have his behavior. I would never make a skin suit.
You would never make a skin suit. Hmm. Well, you say
But
your
that's
girlfriend.
what he did.
Yeah, you said you have. This guy's like, you don't have a girlfriend, creep. Yeah, that would be something that
Oh,
somebody.
yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Now, is she 30 feet down in a hole that you dug? Do you drop a bucket down
No,
to feed her?
no, she's free. She's liberated. She works.
Yeah, drops a bucket down to feed his goblin.
She has a 9 to 5 job.
Okay, so the first date didn't mean knocking her over the head with a fake cast and throwing her in the back of your van.
No, we went to a bar in Westwood, California. We had a couple of whiskey sours, and then we went home.
Somebody
I
said,
actually got a first.
can you put her on the phone?
Well, she's asleep, so why would I put her on the phone?
Okay, just making no, someone's asking because they just want to make sure.
Now you notice he changes the voice again there in the middle of the phone call. And he hangs up again, and then he calls back again. And listen,
This is HSP gang. He's been calling.
that's who IPS thinks it is, HSP. So if anybody knows who HSP is, please leave it down below.
He got called out,
No,
and now he keeps calling with different voices. It's hilarious.
No, I promise. Get that other caller and put him on the phone. Let's have a three-way. I'll tell you, I'm sure this guy wants to get it over with because now he's probably thinking that it is him calling and he's freaking out inside.
I don't know if I want to have a three-way with you. Hey, Toto, what's up? You just oh, by the way, you missed it. We have a major upgrade here. It's in slow mode, which only applies to the trolls and the unvetted, unwrenched. So, what that means is you can comment as fast as you want, say as much as you want if you have a wrench, but nobody else can. Isn't that nice as an
That's
upgrade?
what I'm saying.
Are you wrenched?
It's great.
What happened was yesterday in his chat, somebody had a program, probably a Juarez program, got it off a Juarez site, a hacking site that spams chat rooms in YouTube. And they were spamming it. I mean, the wrenches couldn't even have a conversation. It was hilarious to watch. Whoever that was, fucking high five to you. It pissed them off. But they fixed the problem by putting it on slow mo. And if you have a wrench, slow mo doesn't affect you. So if anybody else comes in now, they're going to be on slow mo unless they have a wrench. Even the spammers.
It's fun. I am wrenched.
What is your username?
Stiggy.
Oh, okay. Okay, I know who you are. You're not.
So after all this time, he finds out the dude's wrenched. So you all tell me what you think about this strange bullshit down below. You think it's all an act? Do you think the guy's a prankster with the wrench? Let me know. But let's move on to the last segment of my video. Many people don't know that Mr. Jack Larson is well known to the makers of Android. And you would have to figure he's well connected with a lot of higher up people who have connections. But it seems the maker of Android wanted Jack Larson to create a zombie picture for an Easter egg in his Android version. And many of you don't know what an Easter egg is. It's what developers hide in electronic devices. And if you figure it out, you can get to games and pictures and things like that that's hidden within your phone. But let's look here. This guy here, he's Spanish. I use this because he pulls up another picture that I found interesting. There seems like there's 2 Easter eggs on here, and if you tap in different cadence, it brings up to 2 different Easter eggs. So let's watch. There you go. Zombie art by Jack Larson. Got the zombie gingerbread boy. You know. Like I said, he's got close ties with these people. I'm sure through his zombie art, as they're all Masonic, Illuminati, Satanists. So, but there's another picture that comes up. Let's check it out. Now, I don't know who made this picture, if this was done by IPS. It doesn't look like one of his, but I found this weird. You know, is that an early version of Fepe? Who knows? It looks more like a duck, but very strange. It just shows that IPS has got deep connections within the Masonic and Illuminati clubs. I suspect he's a much higher Freemason than what he claims to be. Somebody with his talent in satanic art, and let's face it, IPS is smart. With his intelligence, is gonna move up very quickly. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Have a good day.